Have you ever caught yourself missing someone you were never actually close to? Someone you barely talked to? Someone you never dated? Someone who was only a moment in your life, but still lives in your mind like a memory with weight? Why does this happen? Why does your brain hold on to people who were never yours? Today, we are breaking down the psychology behind it. And trust me, once you understand this, you will never blame yourself for missing the wrong people again. 1. Your brain misses potential, not the person. Most of the time, you're not missing them. You're missing the story your mind created about them. Maybe you imagined how things could have been. Maybe you felt a spark you didn't understand. Maybe a small moment left a big impact. Your brain doesn't grieve the person. It grieves the possibility. The what if, the maybe, the almost, and almost connections hurt more than real ones because your mind fills the empty spaces with perfection. 2. Your brain loves mystery. Humans are wired to be attracted to uncertainty. The less you know about someone, the more your mind fantasizes about them. This psychological effect is called the illusion of mystery. When there's no clarity, your brain creates its own version of that person. And guess what? That version is often better than who they actually were. So you don't miss the person. You miss the mystery they represented. 3. They triggered an emotion you needed. Sometimes, a person enters your life for 1 minute, says one sentence, gives one look, or shows one kindness, and suddenly, an emotion you didn't know you needed comes alive. Maybe they made you feel seen. Maybe they made you feel desired. Maybe they made you feel young again. Or maybe they reminded you of a feeling you once had. You don't miss them. You miss how you felt near them. 4. Psychological imprint. There's a phenomenon called emotional imprinting. This happens when your brain attaches intense meaning to a small interaction. It could be a conversation, a shared silence, a random compliment, a small moment that felt bigger than it should. Small moments sometimes leave the deepest marks. That's why someone who barely stayed can create a memory that refuses to leave. 5. Your brain hates unfinished stories. Humans crave closure, but almost connections have no ending, no breakup, no goodbye, no final conversation. Just silence. Your brain keeps replaying it, trying to create a logical conclusion. But there isn't one. So your mind keeps the memory open, like an unfinished chapter. That's why the people who were nothing can feel like everything when they're gone. 6. You miss the version of yourself they brought out. Sometimes, you become a better version of yourself around someone, even for a moment. More confident, more alive, more open, more hopeful. You miss the person because they awakened a version of you that you actually liked. This is why emotional impact doesn't need long conversations. Sometimes one spark is enough to light a fire inside you. 7. Your mind is trying to heal something deeper. Psychology shows that we get attached to almost people when we are craving something emotionally. Affection, connection, attention, validation, belonging. Your mind uses this random person as a placeholder for a deeper emotional need. So you are not missing them. You're missing a part of yourself that still feels empty. 8. Your brain doesn't measure time. It measures impact. You don't need a long relationship to leave a deep mark. The brain doesn't care how long someone stayed. It cares how deeply they affected you. One moment, one smile, one conversation, one night, one look. That's enough, because impact is stronger than duration. 9. Missing someone is sometimes just a memory loop. Your brain creates emotional loops. These are thoughts that keep coming back because they are tied to emotion. And emotional memories don't fade easily. So when you miss someone who was never yours, you're actually stuck in a loop. Your brain hasn't closed yet. But once you understand it, it starts losing its power. 10. The truth: you are not missing them. You are healing something inside you.